I was a manager, caterer, cheesemonger for Jiménez Marketplace.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's
how
amazing.
I started. And
I was at the time I was managing my family's business. It was a pet cemetery and crematory.
Oh, wow.
Doing a whole different thing.
That's a whole different thing.
Whole
That is
different
a
thing.
whole
other field.
Whole other ball game.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a whole other podcast too.
Could be. Yeah. Got some stories on that one.
Wow,
this
pet
would be that
cemetery.
podcast.
Yeah,
What are we doing, guys?
I don't. Jeez. Anyways,
Yeah.
so then you went to the Pinecrest Market, right?
Started at Pinecrest. Then started developing some other products. We started doing the bacon. We started preparing sandwiches there. And it just happened because we kept selling out of stuff every week.
Amazing.
So we're like, let's keep doing this. We didn't have to do it. We were crazy to do it. You know, staying up all hours and making sausage to sell at a market. No more days off.
How many pounds of sausage were you selling out on the weekends?
In the beginning, 40 pounds of sausage.
Yeah, at the beginning, I mean, the first couple of years were pretty modest because, like she mentioned, it was like a side hustle on the side. We were just doing it out of the love. Like, we literally I worked 5 to 6 days a week. She was easy 5 days a week full time doing something else. So at first it was just, 40 pounds here and there. But by the end, when we had decided to quit our full-time jobs and, start trying to make our way to get to a shop, during the season, you were making upwards of 120 pounds.
Oh, yeah, by then. And then bacon on top of that.
Yeah, plus other products. So we had started doing and prepared foods on top of that. Just kind of like the embryonic form of what we do in the shop now.
Right.
Yeah, doing it under a tent, though. Setting up like 1 or 2 tents at different markets and events around town. And then basically carrying a kitchen on our back to do all the prepared stuff, too.
How long did you do that before it became a brick and mortar?
5 years, I want to say.
Oh, wow.
For about 4.5. We started building our shop while we were still at the market, and then we didn't actually leave the market until maybe 6 months after we opened our shop.
Really?
Yeah.
So what was that final thing that you were like, fuck it, we're just going to do this?
Dissatisfaction with what we were doing. I mean, straight up unhappiness. I mean, it's not like we weren't doing well. Like, we were in a good financial position. In both of our jobs, we were in management kind of positions. So we were like, working our way up the quote unquote corporate ladder, completely miserable.
Right.
Just trying to do stuff on the side. I had a mobile DJ business for a while. I used to do audio engineering and DJing.
You are a mixed bag, and I fucking love it.
I've done a lot of stuff. So
Pet cemetery, mobile DJ.
I was an audio engineer when I met. I was going to school for audio engineering when we met years ago. So
what do you think about our setup here?
That's why I was just admiring the mics.
Mics
are
nice microphones,
mics.
Nick. Where'd you get them?
I guess, it was just time. Like it came down to it for me personally. My folks were offered, somebody offered to buy the cemetery and the business from them. Yeah. And it was kind of like, shit or get off the pot, for myself. Like, do I want to take over the business I've been working out for about 10 years, and go that route? Because I'd need to fully commit that route and be, a miserable guy my whole life, because I would have been miserable.
Heard that, miserable person.
But it was a great business. I did appreciate what I did and everything I learned there, but it was, it was obviously a lot of death-based. There's a lot of grief involved. It was very hard to give a lot of myself to that. Not,
for sure.
This makes me happy.
Oh, that's good.
So,
Does it?
most of the time.
2019 and 2021.
It's a whole other thing. Yeah, it's great to be the boss, and it also sucks to be the boss. Like, it's a lot of stress. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Amen to that.
It's like, yeah, it was fun, and for a while after we were able to buy, a warehouse. We were doing all our production. So
cool.
For a long time, it was just the two of us in our warehouse producing bacon and sausage and then selling, to the customers on the weekend.
Right.
So it was great customer interaction, and the rest of the time it's just the two of us. And now you have a shop, and now you have employees.
Oh, yeah.
And now you're supposed to be the adult.
Yeah.
And you're also the boss, but we're just still learning it ourselves, and it's like,
and then you got to deal with
this is happening now.
And then you got to deal with like the whole other side of like business, banks, insurance, fucking, and the list is so long.
Yeah.
It's so long.
It's a lot of stuff that was unexpected.
The guest. You got to deal with the guest.
Of course, if it was just making sausage and talking to cool guests, great.
Cool guests.
That's
I
cool
like
guests.
that. The cool.
Most of them are cool.
Part before the guest is great.
Now, I gotta say, a lot of our customers have been with us since the beginning.
That's
and
nice.
have followed us and are great. You know, people are in a pretty good mood when they come and see us, and we try to make sure that they stay in a good mood. And then, you know,
I almost beat a kid up outside of your shop one time.
Wow.
You hear that story? I tell you guys this story?
Wait, outside of our place?
Yeah.
I remember that. I thought you were saying like a new beating up a kid incident.
No. That was that one incident. He's being a little fuckface, that kid.